Kim.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are
the
Cinema
Sisters.
Sisters. Welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing The Homesman with Hilary Swank and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, this is a movie that takes place in Nebraska in 1855. And it's the story of a woman's journey and some other people that she takes along the way. It's as desolate, it's as grueling as the actual ride in 1855. I did not find any caring factor of any of the actors and actresses. Tommy Lee Jones is in it. The acting was good for what it was, but the story was just it was grueling.
It was.
It's the only word I can think of.
You cannot get past the despair in this movie. Once again, we certainly are so aware of what those times must have been like and the hardships, and so appreciative of everything that they went through to get this country to where it's at today.
But thankful that we live in 2015.
Yes, very thankful.
Thank you.
Because this was really, really a tough road. And I think that's, if anything came out of this for me personally, I think it's what I've learned about truly how the life was back then, a part of the life back then. So very, very tough.
But tough to watch too.
Very tough.
Very little story, and we saw it at the theater, of course. And it's actually, it's not even out in full at all of the theaters yet, and we saw it several weeks ago. So I don't know why that is, but we're going to highly recommend anyway, correct?
Yes.
That you wait until the DVD if you choose to, because you want to see Hilary Swank.
Yes.
And they even brought Meryl Streep into this movie to try to save it, although it did not work.
There's no saving.
No. There's no saving. So we say save your money, save your time.
Definitely. And
if you want the DVD, see it on DVD, okay, fine. If you love Hilary Swank or love Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes, and I don't know if we mentioned this is rated R. There are some things in it that are, once again, that go along with the disturbing, desolate plot.
Sure.
So just to say that also.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the next movie we're going to review is
Wild.
Wild. With Reese Witherspoon.
Yes.
And that was rated...
That was rated R also.
Okay, that was rated R also.
Yes.
So 2 R movies right now. Okay. And it's the true story. And I think from what Kim understands is it's very true to the book. It's the true story of a woman who has had a lot of things happen in her life, and she's trying to regroup and get on a different path. Yes. And literally she takes a trip
along the Pacific Coast Trail.
Pacific Coast Trail,
yes,
right.
And that goes from California to Washington. And I was totally transfixed with the vulnerability in this movie. I was her on her own on this trail by herself, not just to mention the elements of the weather and the day-to-day and the things that she dealt with along the way, but just the fact that she's a woman alone on a trail. Big time.
Sure, and
I would be very scared.
Yeah, and I didn't really, it really didn't touch me in any way. I didn't really connect with it in any way. Actually, the movie Into the Wild, which is another true story about a young guy who goes into the Alaskan wild, that movie to me was much more riveting. I know Reese Witherspoon is up for Best Actress, and I think she's a great actress, but I think she did much better and had a better medium in the movie Mud. I think that is one of her best acting jobs ever, and of course she won the Academy Award as Mrs. Cash.
Yes.
What's her first name?
June
Carter. And so of course I agree with that, and I love Reese Witherspoon. I just did not get this movie so much. It didn't draw me in. The care factor for me wasn't there.
We disagree a little bit on this. So I personally, there was 2 quotes in the movie that were, to her life, very true as far as her past goes. And women can't walk out of their lives. That's one thing that stuck with me throughout it, and her relationships that she had with both her husband, her ex-husband, and her mom. Right. So that was a really tough thing for me. The other thing she said in the movie was that the trail provided more solace than her real life. So I think
which is kind of sad.
it is sad.
Yeah.
And I think that, so once again, I go back to the fact that it was a true story, that the vulnerability factor, the fact that there was a lot of emotion, and we all handle things differently, but this was truly a big undertaking for her to approach it this way.
Sure. I just didn't, it just, like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't connect with it as much.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, my point of view, I would say wait for the DVD. That's just me, and I think Kim might say different.
I would say that going to the movie, if you feel that this is something that you would connect with, I think that seeing it at the movie is great, because you do have the expanse of the walk and everything that she's done, so it's kind of nice to do that. But yes, mixed emotions on this one, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So take from it what you will, and we hope we assisted you a little bit in making that decision.
Yes, and we always are thrilled to have you once again. We love that you comment on our page. Please keep that up. We're very excited about that, and we're excited to review all these movies once again before the Golden Globes. So it's bye for now from the Cinema Sisters.